the one that, or one thing is you've got something now, after the first film, you've got, Johnny, and, he's a very key character, and, his fight with Goro, like, now you've got, in the sequel, I heard something from you before about a possible fight with Shiva, and, like, tell us anything about that.
Yeah, it's with the character, Johnny. I thought that is the main character in my mind, although it was Liu Kang's story, for the first movie, and, I was thinking, where can I take that? It's like, the way that I saw the first film is very different than, an average Mortal Kombat watcher, I guess I can say. I really paid attention to the story. I try to figure out if there's more to it than what they're saying. It's like a lot of implied ideas. Really dissect the whole movie, and I kind of thought, like, this is Johnny's story. It's about Johnny. So the way that I see it is that Johnny, he's the one that won Mortal Kombat. Mortal Kombat, ever since, everything after that in the movie the Mortal Kombat has been halted. It has been stopped. And it seems that it's over. Like, Mortal Kombat's over after Johnny wins against Goro. So it's like Shang Tsung, he wants to continue Mortal Kombat in his own way, and he wants to kill off, the fighters. And in his mind, like, he can do that. To me, I thought that, that to impress, the Emperor, Shao Kahn, that, that he can do it, that he can gain his freedom. Because I thought he, was a slave, and Raiden's a slave. And that's basically what is of Mortal Kombat, a little speck of it. So with Johnny, it's like this next story. It's gonna be about him, but it's still a Liu Kang story, and he is gonna have his ending, and that's when like, the whole, because I thought of it like a whole turnaround. It's like, yeah, he defeated Goro, but he can't defeat these higher, more skilled warriors that is under Shao Kahn himself, and so it's more like a story device to kill off one of your respected characters. So I think that's the whole idea, is to how to escalate more of this whole I guess dread or gloom.
Yeah, any more you'd love to tell us about this whole gloom, as you brought about just shortly, a few minutes before the beginning of this interview?
Yeah, Mortal Kombat has to be darker. It has to be more action. There has to be more action. There has to be more of an atmosphere. There has to be more fighters, both the good and the bad and the neutral. There has to be more epic. That to me, if I can't get it much bigger than the first one, then it has to equal the first one. That's a very hard thing to do, and that's something that's taken me a while to make up, basically, to get things right. Even with the music, I want it to be, equal to the first film, but still, can fit seamlessly into what's going to be what will become the second story. So yeah, the dread, the fear, and the gloom. That's, to me, it's all the same thing. It's how you portray this emotion or this sense of danger. I can't really describe it to a person, but I know what I'm going for. The atmosphere would be like how the way the ending look of the first film, the way the first film ended, that whole like overcast, otherworldly look. That's going to be about possibly like 80, maybe 70, 80% of the whole film. What is it? The visuals. I think that the atmosphere visual.
Could we compare that to what I would like to say was that last scene from the first film of them coming out of the temple? I kind of saw it, or are you thinking it's maybe something different in some way?
Yeah, like nobody was expecting that. I wasn't expecting that. Nobody, no moviegoer was expecting that. Nobody. So when they saw, it was a nice day, Mortal Kombat's over, everybody's happy, then all of a sudden, the whole movie changed. Like, it did like a 360 or something, and it's like, now this is Mortal Kombat, and, it's like, now it's like, they're waiting for something big to happen, but it just cuts off. And I know that Paul, he had a big issue with the ending, that it's like, he liked the ending, but that's what kind of contributed to him not doing the second one. Because he thought that there's no more story, like that no one can really grasp what's next.
Do you think he'd do your story?
It's a possibility. Paul is really picky on what he's involved in. He's kind of like me. He has to see that there's a promise, that it's going to be successful. He had a couple of films that weren't successful, and that he would like to forget that he ever was involved in them. So now it's like he knows, for a long while now, he knows that, what is good, what makes a good story and what makes a bad story, and how to, all this other stuff. You got the writer, you got the screenwriter, you got the production, and then you got the cameraman. So it's a really complex, I guess, way that he goes about stuff, and I'm the same way. So I have to